We
Let
good
me
now. We good now. My phone.
try to go.
Yeah, yeah, you straight.
Yo, welcome to the Posted on the Block podcast. I'm your host Stu. We cover all things metaverse, NFTs, all money making opportunities in the space. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves one by one. Let's get it.
Yo, it's
Yo,
good, y'all. It's your boy Shays.
yo, it's your girl Z.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Crypto K.
All right, cool. I know today we just talking about we just want to get into like coins versus tokens and just like the difference between the two. I know just starting off, I would just say like just from a fundamental standpoint, both are like similar, but they got like different use cases. I know like coins, they have like their own blockchains, and then tokens are built on existing blockchains. So for example, I know Cardano is one of my favorite blockchains, but they have a coin which is ADA, and that's how you invest into the blockchain itself. But then they have tokens within that blockchain, so kind of like different structures within DeFi or DEX, other protocols, play to earn games, metaverses. So, like for example, one of the tokens they have is like cornucopias. So you can get like it's a play to earn metaverse built on the Cardano blockchain, and with that, they will have Kopi token or they have Clay token with Clay Nation or everything. So, just from like an initial point of view, do y'all have any like beginner fundamental tips just get into like the difference between the two and the use cases of them?
Yeah, just to just to get everybody's mind frame right on like how to think about tokens and coins. Think of them like a coin would be uh let's say like America is a blockchain. American financial network or our financial system is the American financial system, which we use the US dollar. And like you go to an arcade and you would change your US dollars to whatever tokens or game tokens you have so that you could play the games within that arcade. So like that's how you want to think of like so like how Stu was saying Cardano and ADA is the coin. So ADA as the American dollar and then the tokens that are on that blockchain to be able to use whatever dApps or applications on that blockchain would be the gaming tokens. Like say you went to Chuck E. Cheese and you had to convert your dollars to those little Chuck E. Cheese tokens to be able to play the games and win
Right.
tickets and stuff like that. So you want to think of tokens and blockchains kind of like that, if that makes it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a great analogy.
Right, perfect.
Yeah, I know for me, I just wanted to cover this topic personally just because I feel like just with the sentiment, um, I know there's a lot of stuff that you can invest in and things that you can get into, but I just think fundamentally, I'm not saying everybody, but I feel like some people don't have a fundamental understanding of what exactly they're investing in, or they don't even understand how blockchains, kind of like you said, Z, with like the United States, is just like the base. They don't understand from like a fundamental level how foundational, how these tokens and dApps and just all these applications are built on top of one blockchain. And I feel like just fundamentally knowing that as an investor will just help you become better as far as picking which investments you actually want to get into instead of in the theory of just throwing money at a random coin or a random token and just hoping to stick. Like you got fundamental investment just like every blockchain with Cardano, Solana, Ethereum, ETH. Like there's different layers within that blockchain and how everything is built on top of that. So Solana might have different tokens for their play to earn games, but then when it
Yeah, then
comes
Solana
like
got Radium, I think it is. They got some shit like that. Radium and some
yeah,
other shit.
I think an
I,
easier comparison, easier blockchain to do the well talk about coins in is probably something like Ethereum, because a lot of the popular coin tokens are on there like SHIB. SHIB is an Ethereum token, so like a lot of people know Shiba, um
Mm.
and even some of them Matic tokens as well too. like even well the newest token, well not newest, but it might be newest. I don't know, Zed, because Zed run is a game on the Polygon network, and so you can use Zed token for that. And but also the blockchain, you're gonna want to keep that the coin for the blockchain. You want to keep always have some of that in your wallet because that's what you need for transaction fees.
Yeah.
For a newbie getting into the game, which would you guys suggest? Would you suggest that they look more into the coin or the token on the blockchain if they're interested in a specific blockchain?
It depends on their investment goals and what it is they're interested in. Because I always tell people to invest in what you're interested in. So it's just like you always gotta do your research. So like if you're interested in play to earn, or if you're just interested in NFTs, flipping NFTs, or what it, and also your budget too, because different blockchains have different transaction fees. So it's gonna be. I guess it's dependent on what it is. It has to be depending on what their interests are. I guess at least from my end, how I would advise somebody. What about y'all?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with Z.
Yeah, I feel like I would take the same similar approach as Z, but I would also try to push them towards the blockchain. So I would push them towards coins. So then, just because like it's like almost if I push them towards a blockchain of their choice, and then that will allow them to open up to all the avenues within that blockchain. So I would say learn one blockchain really well, and then you can kind of transfer that knowledge to other blockchains, because there's so many options within that blockchain. As far as once you know, okay, I get Ethereum, and then they got all these play to earns. They got like Star Atlas, and they got, you know, I can get on Uniswap, and I could do some farming on theirs and stuff like that. And there's different opportunities within that ecosystem. So just learn all of Ethereum, and then just all the dApps that they have with it. I know for me, like I said, going back, my blockchain of choice would be Cardano. So going back into there, like you could learn about, you know, different swapping protocols like MinSwap or MuleSwap or Maladex, and then you can you could pick like what section of what blockchain you want to get into. That's how I would navigate it personally, is start them from a fundamental base and then kind of let them roam free within that blockchain. So it's just like they're kind of secluded, but they're really not.
That makes sense.
Right. Now I know it's crazy is I didn't even think about that shit. How Z said Sheeb is on Ethereum and it's not a coin. I was actually thinking of Sheeb as an example. You know what I mean? Because you know Sheeb has other coins in its ecosystem and shit. So
it's like Inception of coins.
Yeah. Then you could even take it further. Like I know they got layer 2 blockchains built on top of other blockchains like Polygon with Ethereum and things like that. So like even it goes into like a deeper process, but I feel like this is something that is not touched on. I feel like as far as broken down, I feel like it's more like people take it as like common knowledge and like something that people should automatically know. And people necessarily might not know that coming in, like, and want to get into the crypto space, and they don't know these. Huh?
I said I ain't know that shit.
I'm just saying, like, people just in general, like, the people that's coming in after us, or that want to get into crypto,
Right.
It might not be explained in a way to be like, okay, I get it. Like, they might be using all these different big words and saying all this different stuff, and just like, yo, just get straight to the point. Like, you telling me like how crypto evolved back in like 2008 and how I came to, like, I'm just like, yo, just tell me what you need me to tell me.
I mean, it's really like that too, because it's like some people, like, one, you don't need to know the history of crypto in order to invest in crypto. Like, you don't need to know all the way back to when Bitcoin was invented and then to go through that. It's like nobody goes and study the history of the stock market before they go and invest in it. you find a company that you want to invest in, and you do the same. And you do your research, and then you invest in it, or and you budget based on your own personal finances. It's the same thing with crypto. You find a project that interests you, and then you research the blockchain that it's on, and budget, and based on what your findings are. So it's
Yeah.
just like I agree with you. Like people that want to sit there and give you all this spew and all this no BS, like real shit, is bullshit. It's a bunch
Yeah.
of bullshit that's gonna sit
I,
there and distract you.
Yeah, I think too, a lot of times if people were able to explain it and simplify it, kind of like you did earlier with the analogy of America being the actual cash dollar, the fiat, and then Chuck E. Cheese being the actual token that you use. When you simplify it like that and people can relate to it on a, a familiar basis, it's like, oh, okay, that's what it is. There's no need to go into history of the blockchain and this and that. That kind of scares people away from even initially getting into it. It's like overwhelming. It's like, what is all of that? So
Hmm.
I think, yeah, when you put it out there like that, or when people are able to just understand it in a simplified way, it becomes a little bit more easier to obtain.
For real, I wish somebody explained it to me like that when I came in. I could have.
Word. But it's always like, you always, everybody always says do your research, and I think that's kind of a misleading term in a sense, because if somebody tell you you're gonna have to do some research on something, you thinking like, damn, I might have to do mad work right now that I'm not really even trying to do it, to be looking into this shit. Like, you trying to tell me to get into crypto, but then you want me to do my own research. Like, they not knowing that it may not be that crazy as they thought, though, because they got people like us around dropping episodes like this that you can find on YouTube. So make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe, and all that good shit.
And Spotify, make sure you follow us on there too.
Spotify, you feel me? It's not financial
Yeah.
advice, though.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's what I would kind of compare. Like if I had my real world example, I would kind of bring up crypto. Like the tokens are more like coupons or like vouchers, and then the coins are like dollars and cents. So, like for example, like Clay token, like that's a project on the Cardano blockchain. But if you invest in those NFT projects, then you get so much Clay token allocated to like your Name wallet, which is your account. That gets allocated to you, and you can then transfer that Clay token, and so much Clay token is worth X amount of ADA. So you can go and buy other projects with your tokens, or you could transfer that back into ADA and then back to fiat, which is real cash. So you got ADA on deck. It's just a different. The token is just a different representation, like of that. So then it just allows people to like, damn, I ain't got to save up to get some ADA. I could just accumulate more Clay token, and then I can go get another NFT and not put any money down with it just by just holding my asset. So your asset is accumulating some valuable like governance token within their own ecosystem of that project. That's not even just including the blockchain, just because like any project can jump ship to another blockchain. They're not tied down like Bored Ape. If they wanted to leave Ethereum today, they can go to Solana tomorrow if they wanted to. They're not tied down to any one blockchain. But personally, will they do that? I don't know. But I know I've heard like rumors about different
It's
projects.
looking to go somewhere.
I could see Bored Apes moving to Polygon. Definitely see them moving to Polygon.
That's what they was thinking about, moving to Polygon.
That's what happened with Zed. Zed was originally on Ethereum, and they moved it to Polygon.
Fuckers.
And pretty much everybody's on like most of those big projects are on Polygon. So you would have Decentraland, Sandbox, Earth 2, Zed, and even Human Park. All of those bigger names and stuff are on Polygon. So it wouldn't surprise me if Bored Apes decides to move what is their metaverse called? The other side.
The other side.
Yeah. Move that to Polygon, and it wouldn't be. It's pretty much the second layer of Ethereum, so it wouldn't be like a crazy move for them either.
Yeah, it, it's hard to say whether like Bored Ape. I've just heard rumors just in terms of like ETH and like the merge, and like I don't claim to be no expert, especially on Ethereum. But I know with like the merge coming up and how that's going to affect the process. Then some people are saying, "Oh, well, gas is going to be like trimmed down." I've heard opinions to where gas is going to be non-existent to the point where gas is always going to be a thing, but it's going to be just more minimal transactions. As far as the fees, it ain't going to be so ridiculous on the platform. But I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot up in the air for interpretation, like when it comes to that. So,
From what my understanding, it was like the fees will still be more than likely higher than most blockchains, like around like the $10-15 or whatever that they have. But we won't see those crazy fluctuation in the gas prices anymore. So we won't be seeing like it going like at when the network starts getting congested, it's gonna be going up to like $50 or $200, or like y'all was saying, somebody has spent like over $1,000 or some shit in fucking gas fees for other side land and stuff. So we won't be seeing those fluctuations anymore. At least that's from my understanding, or from the rumors. So we all just gonna have to sit back and wait and see what happens. Because
I'm
everybody.
not. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm not questioning what you're saying. I'm just asking the question to myself. I'm like, okay, they say that or whatever, or that's been said. But are they like, okay, but what if like my whole thing is like, all right, that might be true right now, but what if we get an influx of like, what if Ethereum gets like, I don't even know what percentage I'll put on. Maybe they get like 60-70% growth like from that time, as far as influx of like more market cap and users coming on to that blockchain. Is it still going to be scalable? Can you say that as the influx of people are coming in to that blockchain? That's my question. I'm not saying to you personally, but like that's what I'm wondering to myself.
That's a good question. I never thought about it actually. I never thought about any of that. How scalable is Ethereum?
Yeah, because then they're going to have to do another update. Like,
yeah,
like that's how
coming. The merge is coming.
So
They're gonna have to merge again.
I just kind of wonder about that. It's just like, what's their scalability on that? Like, how do they measure that? Because like,
isn't that like the issue with Bitcoin as well? The scalability that people talk about. That's what people try to come at about Bitcoin at.
As far as what with the scalability?
Like how people can't, like, it's only Bitcoin on Bitcoin. Like you don't hear nothing like Ethereum got other shit going on and being built on it, right? But nobody builds on Bitcoin.
Well, I think like Bitcoin is more so used for like a store of value, more so kind of like gold. Like the way I compare the two is I just think Bitcoin is like gold. So like gold inherently has value, but it inherently doesn't do nothing. It's just a reserve for the U.S. dollar, and then like ETH is like gasoline. So it's just like you could do way more things with gasoline than you could do with gold. Like I could power up a vehicle. I could cut my line with gas.
Mm-hmm.
I could do X amount of things. I mean, for Bitcoin, I mean you could use it for like collateral if you wanted to.
I mean, some people take it as transactions, but that's about it. But I think as more coins and tokens start coming into play, less people are going to be using Bitcoin as a means of transaction.
Yeah, and then I think the United States alone, they'll come up with their own digital dollar. I feel like that's gonna come. Like I feel like that's inevitable.
I agree with you with that. Jamaica already did that.
I'm about to say that shit. They already got that shit. They just waiting to drop that bitch on us.
They waiting. And we gonna have to invest in that
waiting
new
for that XRP case to be done.
right. XRP already laying the foundation of some other, I forgot what country it was.
I seen it too. I seen a little Twitter post about that shit.
I was just like, yo, XRP is definitely
it's a
gonna
Dutch
be
country, Germany or some shit, right? Some shit like that. think it's
I didn't hear about that one, but it was something in South America that I heard
oh
about.
South America. I heard some European shit was saying that.
Dang, so XRP is moving still, regardless of whatever SEC sanctions is going on.
Yeah, it's just America sanctions that got to get
Yeah.
right. And that's the shit
Even
that
if they
affect
don't win,
us. Like,
even if they don't win, Brad already talking about moving to another country that does has regulated crypto and is accepting XRP as a currency.
we're
So
gonna have to get XRP on some foreign ass exchange. Like,
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
at the end of the day, yo, America, if the rest of the world accepts the rest of the world's financial institutions accept XRP because that's what XRP is for, America's
And
gonna be
America
stupid
doesn't,
not to. Huh?
and America doesn't. So you saying the rest of the world and not America? What you think?
I,
America gonna have to get down and lay down.
exactly. They don't have no choice.
You heard? XRP gang, man, get down and lay down.
Oh man, I see it. Yeah, XRP in like 10 years, yeah, it should probably it should gonna be a monster. Just gotta get through the court stuff.
This shit is annoying. This
For
shit like
real.
having like some criminal shit that they just keep dragging out. Like,
Facts. We're gonna be talking about this shit years later. Like, y'all remember the XRP days when they had us on lockdown?
They gonna give you life or what, man?
I feel like they eventually be let go, but we'll see when that time is.
We already going into what, year 2 this December of the lawsuit?
Yeah.
Year
Yeah.
2. So
Man,
that shit, I
supposed to
mean,
be over, man.
yeah, it got to be coming to a near end soon. I mean, shit.
I gotta do
I
some
don't see it.
research.
How long y'all think they'll stretch this shit out to? Y'all think end of this year, beginning of next year, or what?
That sound
I think
about
the
right.
U.S. is gonna stretch it out until the U.S. can find a way to take advantage of XRP.
That's about the word, right?
They can't make money from it. They not letting nothing go.
Talk that
It's the
shit,
same
Z.
thing with weed.
Right.
Recreational weed, they ain't legalizing nothing until they can figure out a way to tax the fuck out of it.
You got higher than local weed, man. Stupid.
Facts. But they don't want to. They want to make sure that the top percentage is making their money. But it's just like it ain't our fault. Y'all wasn't studying weed.
Find a little guy that's in the neighborhood getting a lot of money from that shit, and you just throw 100 pounds at him like, yo, all right, you want to do this shit? Now it's your job, and we gonna come
Exactly.
collect.
They want to act like they ain't got a bunch of CFOs and CEOs and everything right, and VPs right in the hood. Y'all could have easily find y'all next staff members right there.
I'm telling you, I got some homies that know how to grow the shit out some weed.
Facts. They could easily find some new employees, but they don't want to. They sit there setting up all these weed universities and shit all over the places. It's like, are y'all serious?
I need to just make a weed crypto coin. Boom, there you go, right there. That's how you purchase your weed with the weed crypto. Boom, and that's how y'all make y'all money, yo. Stop playing.
Yo, man.
420 coin.
These corner boys, I be trying to tell them, like, y'all stupid. Y'all need to get some crypto wallets. Y'all could be easily chilling right now. Y'all don't know nothing about crypto. I was like, get you a better basket. Yo. Let me pay you in crypto.
Shoot me that ETH. What you need?
I just scan your phone. That's it. No more dollars, yo. That shit inflated anyway. You don't want that shit.
Yeah. Right, because you can fuck around, collect some money for some people while everything low, and then everything go up, and you just quadrupled your money in a whole. That's a whole nother flip on a flip, my boy. Like,
yeah, yo, eighths just became halves like that.
oh, out of nowhere, like.
But yeah, so it's just like, I mean, there's definitely so many use cases for tokens and coins, and I think we got off subject, but yeah. But that's definitely something.
Yeah, I can't really say too much about weed or whatever. I'm employed. I plead the fifth. But,
Yeah. So
I live in a state where it's legal. So
I mean, but I work for a private-owned company, so it's just kind of they can create the rules as they go along. But yeah, I got you.
So I understand what y'all talking about, man.
How much you do?
Yeah, I plead
I
the
plead the
fifth.
fifth on this one.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
funny you say.
but as far as like the tokens, I know we did get off a little subject, but I like to pose a question to y'all because like for me, it's just like I'm really big into play to earn and stuff. So I know coming in initially, I didn't understand like the purpose of like the tokenomics as far as like why they just can't do a simple payout model. But then the more and more I look into tokenomics, it's just like you're creating your own governance token. It's just kind of like it's like you're creating value within your own. I don't know. It's like your own ecosystem or whatever you're putting together, and whether it's like a play to earn, a walk to earn, or some type of application that you're putting on the blockchain. And then if you have so much shares in your own token, it's just like, well, especially if that token goes up, you can really monetize and kind of like almost in a sense control that said coin. So it's just like how people, at least the way I look at it, how people got in early in Bitcoin, they can also control, manipulate the price to a certain degree because they have the majority of the shares of that cryptocurrency. So like, I know for me, that's why I would be personally, I would create my own token for those like personal reasons. Would I still do it? I don't really know. I know I definitely wouldn't create my own coin because I had to create my own blockchain. That's a whole different beast. So it's just like I don't know. Like, would y'all ever like for a project? Would y'all ever like consider like doing like some type of like your own token for your own project?
I thought of it in a well, not for me, but I thought of it like if families, just thinking like your own family, if your family created a token. So like let's just give a random last name. So Smiths. The Smiths create a token for their family members. So aunts, uncles, cousins, grandma, grandpa, everybody in that family participates within that ecosystem. And they have a programmer that created a staking pool. So it's literally an ecosystem building wealth within the family. And therefore, if they ever need to borrow money within the family, they legit have their own swaps and stuff right there for each other. So, I mean, something like that, as simple, I think we might start seeing, not start, but we might see things like that in the future. And that's what crypto would be able to build. So, like, even small ecosystems within family, not just businesses or projects.
Yeah, it's hella dope. I had to propose that to my family because what we have right now is a foundation. And with a foundation, we use that money to send our family members, those 18 and above or whoever, to college. And I think that'd be very useful if we start incorporating crypto in that way. That'd be shit. That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be amazing for the family. Everybody could go to college. You
Nice.
know, that's dope.
Right,
I
that
never
was
thought of
dope.
it like that. Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, I thought of it. I just don't like my family.
Yeah,
You gotta want to fuck with your family to open up a
yeah.
whole. Okay.
Z like family. Yeah, that was funny as hell.
Tell them if I like them.
Like we can
See,
share
but you
this
can't
information.
discriminate when it comes to the moolah, right? So you gotta get them in
Mm,
and do quan they ass. Nah.
Yo, getting them, I would say like getting
Actually,
family
yeah.
in and then actually getting them to understand it is two totally different ball
Yeah,
games.
that's
First,
gonna that's gonna be hell of a pitch you're gonna have to come up with.
Nah, my family lazy as hell. They gonna have to be like, just take the money and organize it. You do everything. I'm like,
You
nah.
do all the work.
Exactly, nah.
Yo, here go an app. Download the app. I wish I was on some techie stuff and I could like do something like that real quick. Throw together some minimal, like it don't have to be crazy. All you gotta really be able to do is buy and send that particular coin between you and the family on it. I don't know. Maybe that's for another episode. I don't even want to really get into that one. Like right there, that fucking Z got Z got to be having the illest ideas. Z gonna be rich. Like I just hope y'all know, yo.
I hope so.
Z got the illest ideas, yo. Like you gotta stop saying them shits on the cash. Like man,
Right.
that's crazy. Like Cause now you got my brain going. Like, what the fuck? Like,
That's definitely something for the family. I thought about it a minute ago because I know, like, in the Jamaican community, I know that we have this thing called partners. So what they'll do is like put their money to get pool. They literally legit pool their money together, and so like say like us four or whatever, we pool in and we put $400 into a pool, and we put in for pretty much $100 each, and we do that every week. And every week we pay out $400 to one of the other. So like this week, Shay's gonna get the full 400, and next week Stu gonna get the next 400, and then me and then Kay will get 400 from each other because we each put in 100, until we all pay each other off at that point. So it's just like it's legit a little staking pool, but it's just and then it's just one person handling it, and there's a fee, and that person collects the fee and for handling everything. So I'm like, y'all legit have a real life swap just going on, or a staking pool going on, when you could just do this in crypto and probably earn way more.
that's crazy. Oh my god, I keep clicking that shit.
But and I even like I remember there was this we asked this Asian dude because we were just curious because like you'll see Asians, they put up mad stuff in the hood. They got the hair stores, the Chinese restaurants, all that shit throughout the hood. And you ask them like, y'all come over here poor as hell. How the hell y'all set up all of this? And they only hire their family. You see that? so and they don't hire nobody from the neighborhood. Dude said what they do is legit what the same thing I said that Caribbean people do, but they do it on a larger scale. What they do is do it like not just like a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s a week. What they'll do is everybody puts in the money, and to the point where you have enough to buy a business. One person has enough to buy a business. And then they pool their money again until the next person has enough to buy a business. So it's not just to be able to pay rent or some bills. They doing it so they can build up businesses. That's why there's so many hair stores.
Everybody can have some shit.
Restaurants. They all got businesses and they build each other up until they do the businesses. And that's why you don't see them getting loans and stuff from the banks. They're not worried about being turned down, because the banks probably would shut them down the same way they shut down black people. But that's why they're not complaining about it, because they're not getting loans from the banks, at least not in the beginning. Once their business is established, banks is just ready to throw money at them. So,
Why do we think it's easier for other cultures or people to spread the wealth within their families or whatever? Why is it easier for them and harder, I guess, for Black families to have that type of mind frame or want to share and bring, uplift each other until everybody is?
But we don't have a mindset of abundance.
We not programmed that way. Like, that ain't what we taught where we at. Like, not for nothing. Like, we ain't that ain't something that everybody's spreading. Like some of us are lucky enough to run into people with that type of game. You know what I'm saying? At a certain at a younger age, but unfortunately, that's not what it's really about. Like, it's survival out there when you're young. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you trying to raise some more kids to survive and some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like a cycle of that shit. So people don't even be. I don't know. I don't feel like, at least for me personally, I ain't had nobody dropping that type of game. Like, people used to try to keep me out of trouble and stuff, but as far as like financial literacy, in any form or fashion, like, yeah, somebody think like they told you save some money. Here, save your money. That's financial advice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
even though like saving money, like even though if you do the math, like depending on what math it is, like saving money can actually be losing you money, or whatever.
Yeah, because it's just sitting there. If it's just sitting there, you got an opportunity to make your money work for you, then you probably be in a better space than just holding on to it.
I feel like that probably worked at one time. You know what I'm saying? Because back in I a couple years ago found out that credit just started in like '89 or some shit like that. So prior to that, like, all these people telling us, lift us up by our bootstraps, could walk into the dealership and cop whatever car and like, yo, I'm gonna pay you for this shit, and they be like, all right, cool, here's the keys, man, sign this, it's yours. You know what I mean? Go to get a house. Like, yo, I work at the factory. I got it. You know what I mean? And you good. You got the house. You know what I mean? Like, so they had a different type of lifestyle. So I believe that they could take their money, throw it in the cut somewhere, and if it's not, I mean, it ain't really gaining nothing, but you know, it's not losing worth like that. Like they was putting money away in boatloads. Like,
I think too is just going back to the original question. Like I just feel like it's. I feel like one is not. I think getting money or being smart or whatever, or like finding ideas to get to the bag. It's not, in a sense, like there's levels to it. I feel like all black people want to get to a bag, but it's just like, oh, you ain't a basketball, football star, or rapping and singing, or doing some type of movie. And like you ain't really getting money out here. And I'm just like, there's plenty of people like I just there's other areas
misconceptions
that
of what success
people,
is.
yeah. There's other areas within our people that like we don't know. Like name three black scientists, name 5 black thought leaders. Like those are things that we not as a people like we don't get behind those people. It's just like it's not cool or not trendy. But like I feel like those things are slowly changing. Just because you do see like Damon John or well, depending on how you feel about them, Dame Dash or whatever. So you do see like entrepreneurial type people that are coming to the forefront. So eventually, I feel like we'll make the switch. Did you see that ever evolving and growing just within our community? But right now, it's just not the trendy thing to do.
Yeah, but you look at a Dame Dash now, and you'll listen to him from that point. And not even that. Back in the day, Dame always used to talk that hustler talk, though. But like I can remember being young and like being like, yo, I want to be like Dame is that dude. But it wasn't cause, you know what I mean, his I ain't know that it was his business literacy, like how he understood business, you know what I mean, and how he knew how to get what he wanted out of people, cause he talked that talk. And then he was also a goon, you know what I mean. So it's just like, yo, I just understood certain shit differently back then. You know what I mean? Like, I knew he was getting money. I just wasn't fully understanding what he was doing to get it. You know what I mean? Trying to secure those bags.
Yeah. I think maybe one of the reasons why we have a harder time being successful in the black community as a family when it comes, to money or businesses and stuff like that, investing, is because I think sometimes we get into a mind frame of, every nigga for themselves. They're not here to pull the next man or the next sis up, like it's like niggas be gatekeeping and shit. Like, they don't want to tell you how they did this or how they came around and found out this. It's like the weirdest shit, I don't know. It's just strange.
Yeah, that's that shit. I hate that shit too. It's just like, nah, I had to sit here and get my ass beat, so you got to get your ass beat too.
That's what I was about to say, Z. Like, yo, people be so caught up in what they had to go through to get that they forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, or they feel some type of way and they like, yo, nah, I'm not helping nobody. Forget it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on some hater shit now, like.
And honestly, it's not some hater shit, because I know how it feels like you coming up by yourself and nobody was there for you, and you sitting there like through those hard times, and y'all know, like, and especially that's why we kind of click, is because it's a lonely process.
Facts.
And especially if you made it and you by yourself up there, and then all the people that's sitting there that wasn't paying attention to you when you was telling them from the get, coming like, yo, help me, let me see this, I've been trying to show you this. Fuck off. Like,
yeah, right.
I can understand it. I can understand that aspect. But it's just like, I get that we go through that, but we got to change that mentality too. We came up hard, and it sucks that we had to, but if we legit want to see more of us succeeding, we got to put our pride to the side and help the next one, no matter what. Even if they did sit there and do that. Because if you sit there and treat them like that and they got to come up by themselves, it's just going to be a cycle of niggas just sitting there telling niggas to fuck off. And so it's like, we got to sit there and break that cycle, put our pride to the side and be like, yeah, I did have to break my back to get here, and you did laugh at me in the beginning or anything, but I do want to see more of us come up. So here, I'm going to give you these tools. I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand probably, but I'm gonna put you on game.
See, that's like one thing about me too. Like, just bring up that good point about handheld, getting your handheld and stuff like that. Just cause, like, and then also the case point with the gatekeeper. Like, I don't really withhold information from nobody. I'll share what I'm doing. It's cause I never believe in competition or nothing like that. I've never been on that type of time. Plus, like, if I tell you exactly what I'm doing, 99% of motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit anyway. So it's just like, I don't even know why people waste time on that. It's goofy. But like, that is just one thing that, like, not even to change the course of this direction, but like, I was at MLM for a while, and that's like one thing that, like, I don't know, sometimes in our community, like, niggas want the handheld. I'm just like, yo, go watch the video, or like, I give you directions. Like, I will help you, but I'll give you directions. Like, if you're not gonna do step one of my directions, I can't help you because you showed that you're not capable of, like, doing basic shit. Like, did you go watch the video? Did you check the pin post? Oh, I can't go check the pin post. I'll go check the pin post. Go check the
Now
pin
it's a
post.
different. It's
Bro,
a
you
difference
ain't never
between
signed
helping a
into your
nigga.
back office?
Nah,
Yeah,
it's a nigga. It's
it's
a difference
like,
between helping somebody and, along the way, and then doing that shit for them. And I think a lot of times when you tell a person, "Oh, I'm gonna help you get started or show you how to do this," they're expecting
You
to
to do
get their
everything.
handheld. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, they want the
So
full
yeah,
training wheels,
that
That's
all
ain't
of
that
that
ain't
bullshit.
more than
Like,
training
nah,
wheels. They
man.
want you to ride the bike for their ass.
that
mhm.
ain't
Yeah.
that ain't
Yeah.
me. Like, and that's one thing I did like about MLM that did taught me, because I was one of the motherfuckers. They'd be like, "Yo, like, can you hold my hand or whatever? Can you show me stuff?" Like, I was one of them people for the longest time, and like, dudes would send me links and be like, "Yo, did you watch the video?" And then I'd be like, "Nah." And then I'd be like, "Well, can you still help me?" No message back. Like, it's just like, I got trained. I got trained like that. It's just like, oh, hold up. Oh,
Wait, nah,
I'm responsible. I gotta do the work. They could drop game on me all day, but if I'm not willing to put in the work, then, like, ain't nothing gonna get done. And then I appreciate that experience that I had, because it changed my mindset coming in here. That way, like, if somebody give me the game on something, I'll go take action on that play. If I really feel like I have an angle, or I feel like I can make some money at that play, I'll go take action on my own. I don't need. Like, it took me that process of having that experience to get to that point, and everybody's on different times.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Facts.
Yep, you got to be ready for the crypto game. You got to be ready for the NFT game mentally, and a little bit financially too. I wouldn't suggest anybody to come into the game throwing money around. Only invest, what you can afford to lose. But I don't know. The crypto game is definitely not for everybody, and it's only so far you can take people. Lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink.
Facts.
Basically.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah. But anybody know we almost like about to approach the hour mark.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody got any last thoughts on, like, tokenomics, anything they want to share, coins, whatever?
I'd say, yeah, if you're looking at coins, look at the Ethereum, Binance, definitely too. They got a lot of tokens for you to be able to do more research on. Cardano's developing more. And yeah, those would be the main ones I'd say look into, because they're the main coins to look into.
Would say maybe look into Dogecoin. It's on the Tezos blockchain. It is in their ecosystem for their play to earn game that should be coming out by the end of this year. So yeah, something to look out for. Do some research on the Dogecoin.
Oh yeah, I'm slow. Matic. Sorry, yeah. Anything look at Matic blockchain, yeah, and look at the coins that's being developed on that too. So pretty much all the these metaverses, like, so what is it? Decentraland got Mana, and Sandbox got Sand, and the Zedrun got Zed token. So it's like, look into them, see how the ecosystems work. Look at their white paper. Honestly, read white paper. If you get into a project and haven't read the white paper, that's on you, bro. That's part of your research. You should be doing research and reading the white paper and the documents of that project. If that's the case, it's just like playing a new game and not, or getting some new product or something to assemble in your house and not reading the instructions and be mad that you forgot a screw and the shit just fell apart when you put your foot on it. So make sure y'all read your white papers.
Well,
That's all.
they basically covered it. That's a lot of coins and tokens, man. Go out there, do your research. You know where to find this.
Yeah, make sure you follow all of us on Twitter. Join the Discord, follow us, subscribe to the YouTube, the Spotify. We're going to try to get on iTunes and other platforms as time goes on. But I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We got the post on the Block Podcast. I am your host, Stu. We cover all things blockchain, metaverse, NFTs, all money making opportunities in the space. We'll catch you on the next one.
Later.
Peace.